It's Landline. We're here. We're doing it. I'm Inga. I am here with Lawrence. Larry, which do you prefer?
It doesn't matter to me. I slightly prefer Lawrence, but
Lawrence is here, and we are coming at you live from the public access station. It is Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central, and we are ready to roll your calls. The number is 615-212-5437. Nailed it. Yeah. And the topic for today is seemed normal at the time. Things that turned out should have been red flags, but at the time you just kind of rolled with it. So before we dive into the topic, I want to first thank you so much for coming on.
No, happy
this is
to be
awesome.
Here.
Yep. Lawrence is a prank caller on this show.
Well, it's not my, I don't identify as a prank call. I might have prank called.
Yeah, no, he's a longtime favorite here. And so for anyone who signed up for our, I don't know if I even told you about this, so this is good. We're gonna do a sort of game show theme called Ring Ring Revolution.
Right. I think I was offered the job and then I got actually passed over for a 5-year-old. So
that's exactly what happened. So,
it's okay. I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, she's a solid.
I'm sure
talent.
she's very competent.
She's very good. She's better representation. So she and her sister Vera, I think I can say their names. I haven't gotten clearance yet. An 8-year-old and a 5-year-old will be co-hosting with me next week, and we will be playing that with all of America. So if anyone wants to be a participant, what you need to do is go to the website, thelandlineshow.com. Go to the Get on the Show link. And when you go there, a little pop-up will come up that says, want to play Ring Ring Revolution? And you sign up to get your name on the list. We will call you during the show because we don't want to just sit here like some ding-dongs.
Yeah, twiddling our thumbs.
So we'll be calling everyone who says they're willing to answer questions, and we will slowly raise the stakes of citizenship during the game.
Great.
And I feel like there's no one better than like a tiny Napoleon.
Yeah, right. No, their sense of civic duty is unparalleled.
Yep.
I'm wondering, Inga, would I be crazy to? Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't want to go. For the audio files in the audience.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Wait, this is a nice transition to. Let's hear a little bit about you, Lawrence. You are a musician.
I am a musician. Something I'm trying out new in Nashville, just trying to bring some music to the good people of Nashville.
I mean, there's not any here.
There's not enough.
Yeah,
so
I'm really glad.
I just put out a single called "Can You Feel My Love."
Hell yeah.
Buddy Rabbit is the new project. That's Buddy as in friend, Rabbit as in East or whatever. But
Wait,
yeah, go check that out. I would love for people to listen to that.
How can I listen to it?
You can go Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Bandcamp, Deezer, Tidal, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Buddy Rabbit Music. That's also buddyrabbitmusic.com is the website. I'm working on it. It's a little content for. You do that? Did you do this?
Oh yeah.
That looks great.
Oh, thanks, man.
Well, cool. Maybe we can listen. If you're any of the co-hosts, we can work out a quid pro quo.
100%. Awesome.
Yeah, great.
Wait, what kind of music?
This is like a funk track, like Curtis Mayfield. I imagine it as like a Curtis Mayfield, late Marvin Gaye thing. I was told it sounds like if Maroon 5 and Santana made a song together. So shoot for the moon. You'll only land as low as the stars. But I can live with that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, fantastic.
Sugar. I like that song. Whatever Santana does.
I mean, that's it. You nailed it. That was perfect.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I have to plug.
Okay,
perfect.
perfect.
Aside from I think people should like me and respect me.
Yeah.
Think I'm cool. So
perfect. Do you want any free stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Free stuff. My address is show up, friends, anything.
All right. Excellent. How long have you lived here?
26 years.
Dang. How old are you?
26 years.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was born here. We're on White Bridge, just right up there at St. Thomas.
Holy crap.
I was
no
a wee
one's born
baby.
here. I mean, you are. I was like, there's no way to respond to that. I'm so used to people being like, oh, I lived here for 10 minutes, and like me. But
yeah,
that's
I feel like
exciting.
I know a lot of people that grew up here, but a lot of people leave. I always wanted to leave when I was younger.
No, it's great here.
I'm a musician.
Yeah.
Now. I wasn't always.
Oh, what were you before?
asshole.
Yes.
Child.
Awesome. They've swamped the market with those two, though.
I know. I hear you've got some asshole children. I didn't mean that. I'm sure they're very, very sweet kids.
I know. They're just always stealing other people's jobs.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So we're going to dive into the topic. And so I know you told me you have some that you thought of. I definitely have things that I thought of. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kick it off with the first story I thought of, because I'll probably share this on Substack. By the way, most of this, anyone who's watching right now, it's because you are a subscriber on Substack, and we live stream directly onto there. It's a way of kind of building a community a little bit more than just being like belly flopping into YouTube.
I didn't know they let video on Substack. I
They
thought
just
it was
started.
Okay, that's good. For people like me who can't read, I think that's going to
Yes.
be really helpful. Because that was always the hoity-toity Substack people. I always was like, you're kind of...
the worst.
Throwing your literacy in my face, I feel like.
Very New England-y douche.
Yeah.
I know, and I don't read, so it's really weird that I'm on
good.
that.
Good.
And mostly I Googled where should I post for people who don't like social media, and Substack popped up, and I was like,
Really?
oh, great. Because I have like social anxiety, even though I do this. This is part of my recovery journey.
Yeah.
So
that's good. Well, there's no live audio. There's no tomatoes coming at you. So they're probably lining up outside the building. But
I'm like, I don't want to tell anyone where we are.
Yeah.
We had one live audience member once.
Geolocated us. Sorry about that. You had a live audience. Did you have cards that at least said clap and laugh
No,
and
it was
stuff?
just someone sat right there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, right there.
Friend of the show, or?
Yeah, but it was very nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Where I was like, are they having fun? Like, it was very stressful. Okay, so for me, the first thing I thought of when it was like things that I thought were normal at the time and later realized, like, what the hell? When I was little, I had to go to the orthodontist. My teeth were like...
Yeah.
Yep, giant.
I had 2 rows like a shark.
Oh my gosh, it's like a car pileup, right?
Yeah.
So I had to get 10 teeth pulled at one point. Yeah. And I had a doctor, orthodontist.
Did you have extras, or?
I don't know.
You just had a small mouth. Inbreeding, maybe.
Yes. I should actually follow up on that. They're real vague about what our heritage is.
We asked our dad one time, and we said, Dad, are we inbred? And he said, not for generations. So, I'm feeling pretty good about that one.
Oh my God, that's an amazing answer. Not for generations. Yeah. Not recently.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, that's good.
I mean, what else?
Fool me once.
Yeah. I know, you don't want to get greedy. You can't ask for much more than that. So, this guy, Dr. Hopkins, my mother, I'm one of 4 kids.
Yeah.
My mom was one of 8 kids, bunch of Catholics.
Okay. Yeah. I'm one of 6.
Okay. Yeah. Just nonstop children running all over with terrible teeth because we're all like Irish Catholics.
Yeah. Okay. There's your problem.
So, yeah, inbred. So my mom brought us to her orthodontist, which at the time I didn't really question, like, hey, how old was he when he was doing your teeth?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right? Like, if you're getting your teeth done in the 60s and it's now the 90s, maybe we should try someone who has a new technology.
Yeah, right.
And this guy, he worked out of his basement.
Yeah. He got you drunk and had you bite onto a piece of leather.
Yes. Okay. So we would go to his place. His setup, it only gets worse from here. His setup was 3 hair salon chairs.
Yeah.
So nothing was sanitary. It was 3 right next to each other, no partition in between, all the things that you're obviously supposed to do. Also, at what point was he thinking he's going to have 3 people at
at the same time he's running around. This one's about to wake up.
This one's crazy. And the worst part, and this was the real thing where I remember my mom just saying, well, maybe it's just what he likes. And I was like, we need to get the hell out of here. He had a liking for clowns. In my adulthood, we would call it fetish.
Yeah, right.
So many.
Yeah.
Where you would walk in, and on the first floor, it's kind of okay and normal. There's a clown music box, or there's a clown figurine, or, oh, that's interesting, his fireplace poker is a clown. We're in this man's house.
Right.
Then you go downstairs, and you start to notice, the walls are covered, every inch of it, with Clown paraphernalia.
Yeah.
And then there's like a little merry-go-round. That's a clown one. There are puppets.
And it's moving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's animated.
There's one that goes.
And you're like, is that voice I'm hearing a girl in the closet,
Yeah,
or
right.
is that part of the animatronic thing? And like you look up
It's like
and
a Pirates of the Caribbean ride with clowns. I get it. Yeah. Like it's a small world after all, but it's all John Wayne Gacy. Yeah.
yes. And so we would be lying there, and every single inch of the ceiling had some sort of clown thing on it. So
it's too much clown.
Too much. If there's a threshold, this was past it.
Yeah.
So I remember being like, Mom, I feel uncomfortable with Dr. Hopkins.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, Inga, like you're over, ha, blah, blah, blah.
Where was it? You grew up in California, right?
No, I
This
was
was
born
pre.
there. No, I was born in California. At this point, this was right outside of Baltimore.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Like, it keeps getting worse.
A city known for its, not having murderers.
I know. Like, this is so terrible. So, yeah, and it turned out he did a terrible job, and I had to get reconstructive.
He was the one who pulled all 10.
Yes.
Wow. And what was that experience like for you?
I got McDonald's afterwards, which I was never allowed to have because we like broke as shit.
Right.
So I remember afterwards, I was like, I remember not being able to taste it because I had so many cotton things in there.
Yeah, right.
But where it was like, I get McDonald's and none of my siblings do.
That feels good.
Yeah, and so I was excited. So that was something where it was like, hey, red flag. I remember as a kid being like, I feel like he might murder me, but really the red flag should have just been, I don't think he's very good at his job.
Right,
Which was
yeah.
the correct, he's not.
That's normally enough for most patients.
Yeah.
Not having a separate it can't have been legal long after the Civil War, right? Like, not having a separate location. Yeah.
And
He's like coming down from breakfast with egg on his chin.
No,
To pull
so
10
bad.
teeth out of your head.
I know.
Were they just all from different parts of your mouth, or what?
I think it was like two on one side, two on another side, and then four and wait, how much? And then it was like 3 and 3.
I think there's 32. There's supposed to be 32 total.
There's too many.
Are these baby teeth or?
No, some were
'Cause you don't-
permanent. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, so it was a mixed bag.
Yeah, I mean,
Gotcha.
honestly, I don't know if he knew. I think he was just like, we'll see what we come out
How
with.
many do you think you have now?
Enough.
Yeah.
I have the
You
ones
can
I
eat-
have.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I get it.
All right, so what have you got?
The only one I could really come up with that was on theme was when I was in like middle school. Cell phones were getting hot.
Yeah.
It wasn't the smartphones weren't going on yet. They weren't smart yet, but they weren't they weren't all like the number pad
Yeah,
that
wait.
you had to press 3 times.
If you're 26, that means
When I was like, I remember when people didn't have cell phones.
Yeah, but barely. Like most of my life, people didn't have cell phones.
Yeah, okay, you are older than me.
Yeah, I'm like 20 years older
That's
than
true.
you.
I'm just saying, I'm in school now with like people who were born in 2006.
Yes, which is insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like,
yeah.
not only do y'all not remember, I don't really remember 9/11. I had a lot of stuff going on. 2001, I was 3 years old. I was on top of the world. So
busy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Okay,
like, I'll
so-
try to clear my schedule for Osama, but let's see what I got.
So because I'm just trying to paint
Yeah.
the picture. So what decade are we in at this point?
This is the 2000s.
Okay, got
it. The knots, I believe. People always like to call it the aughts, but I think 08, whatever, knots. Anyhow.
Okay.
We've got some of them are some people still have the number, like the razors.
Yeah. Yes.
And then now there's a thing where there's a physical keyboard, a full QWERTY keyboard.
Yes.
But it's, it's like the size of a matchbook.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of innovation going on with language at this time. There was emoticons. There were shortening words like text.
Yeah.
I'm texting you TXT. You don't have to use every letter. Or like I love you. You can just say LUV. ILUV letter U. It's
Mind-blowing.
way faster.
Yeah. Efficiency.
And like I'm a creative, so I'm always trying to push the art forward. So I realized no one is shortening, come whenever you want. So I'm like, I'm the first guy to come up with this.
Yeah.
So I'm texting my mom, my grandma, I'm like, I'll come when I want to come. I don't want to come right now. Is it okay if I come early? That was just a little, I mean, like people say evil genius, and I say visionary.
Yes,
yeah.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
I mean, obviously they're not all going to be, how many fucking bad inventions did Belle's dad have before he got captured by the beast? You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God, that's a deep pull.
Fall 7 times, get up 8. Which also isn't how falling and getting up works.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a miscalculation.
Okay. Yes. 100% agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's as good as I could get for this.
Okay. Okay. I had one. I was remembering. This actually was the first one I thought of, but I was a little embarrassed to say it. But we're friends.
Yeah.
There was. So at one point, I've mentioned on here how like I used to be a little bit like in my cups all the time.
Sure.
So there was one time I was living in.
You're speaking to a mostly AA audience, or I don't know what that means.
There's like 3 people who listen. So.
Are the whoopee parties and stuff? We're going to talk about that too. Do we need to define our terms?
Like my mom and 2 AA people.
Yeah.
So
okay.
like, yeah.
Oh, your mom.
Yeah.
I was worried your mom wouldn't be listening to you.
Don't worry, she's listening. So.
How are her teeth looking?
Great.
Good.
I mean, hers held up
Your
fine.
teeth look great, but.
It came at a cost. Okay, so I was in DC at one point, and this is back when I was married, and I took a cab somewhere, and I'm telling my husband about the next day, and I was like, so something happened that, seemed unusual, but the cab driver kissed me on the mouth. And I was like, but I assume it's just a cultural thing.
Yeah. Where was this?
DC.
Yeah, it's like a DC.
Yeah, no. And my husband was like, "You're in America."
That's Capitol Hill, baby.
It was like, maybe it's just a district. Like, it's something about our nation's capital thing.
It's like Puerto Rico. Would you expect it to be, just like Baltimore? It's not a state. It's like, Guam.
No, he's like, tell me that story again. What happened? Yeah, so that was something where I was like, I don't know, I don't think it was that weird. It was like 100% it's weirding out. 100%.
Yeah, I don't think there's any cultures where you're supposed to kiss strangers on the mouth. I don't know, though, actually.
Right? I mean, especially cab driver, like someone that's like transactional. I don't think that's ever a thing. Like maybe it's
like Uber, like is like if you want to get 5 stars, 5 stars on your rider rating.
I know.
Yeah. Or if you can puke in their car without paying $200 or whatever.
Yeah, excellent.
There's a ukulele.
Oh, that's why you said that.
In the corner when I was in college, when I first went to college, in 2016, at first I was like, I'm not gonna hook up with any girls that have ukuleles, because I was like, loser instrument, whatever.
Who has to make that?
And here's the thing. Who has to make that rule? I ended up having to make an amendment to that rule, because the campus was flooded with ukuleles.
What? Where did you go?
Sewanee, the University of the South. It's called the University of the South, but it's a hippie school. They had a bad. It's a famous drinking school because it's like secluded on this mountain.
Okay.
And there's like. Yeah, they're like the dean of student life. He was like, I like to call myself the dean of fun. He's like, I'll do push-ups with you. We'll do push-ups and drink together. I don't care if you're 18. And then like a bunch of like kids got in this wreck. None of them died, but they were like, actually maybe it's not as fun as you think. I transferred schools and they were talking about Greek life, and I was like, are they gonna like shave our heads and like make us drink piss and shit like publicly in class? And they were like, no, it's hazing. It's illegal. Like they'll go to jail. Because that was the shit they were doing at Sewanee. They would like shave their heads all fucking crazy.
Wait,
but
anyhow, where is it?
It's South Central Tennessee.
Okay.
Like, yeah. I ended up having to break the ukulele rule. Ended up narrowing my options too much. So I said ukulele's fine, but no ukulele cases.
Okay.
If there's a case for the ukulele, it's a bridge too far.
Wait, so what do you want them to do? Just carry it around?
I don't know why they would have a ukulele case.
For the ukulele. Wait,
yeah, but
so
where are they going? Where are they going?
Oh.
I mean, like, how much does a fucking ukulele cost?
Oh my God. Wait, what year was this? Because I feel like there was a time ukuleles blew up.
2016. So like YouTube, if anyone was on Tumblr or on like the kind of first wave of like really publicly effeminate or like twee. Twee was big. So that's what it is. It's twee.
I don't remember when that movie Juno came out.
Yes.
That had a score that was very ukulele heavy.
Kimya Dawson.
I feel like
think
a
even
lot of
Michael
people got
Cera
into
hopped
it.
on that.
Yeah, and where it's like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, but it was also Kimya Dawson's thing was she would play ukulele, but she would talk about porn and pooping your pants. Kind of like you.
Hey!
It kind of
It was me.
the pants pooping and
That's my ukulele. I'm her.
This is the first you're hearing about the ukulele in the corner?
Yeah.
I wish we could pan around.
I know. We probably. It's probably been there every single episode. I've never once
Really?
noticed it. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah.
Thank you,
our
Eric.
TV just said it's been there for years. Hold on. I'll just bring it over.
Yeah. See if you can't. See if you can't make some twee happen.
Okay, we're not playing it.
Or it's a gun like a 20s gang, like a really small 20s gangster.
Wait, is it? Okay, hold on. Guys, this
It's
is
rusted shut.
a great example of something that seemed normal.
Yeah, we're doing prop comedy now. Oh,
It's a violin, man. Or fiddle?
I think they're the same instrument. It's never been cleared. Oh man. Oh, it's. What do you think?
It's kind of messed up.
When I was a boy, my parents took me to Vandy. They have like a music department, and they were like, our boy's gonna learn
Dream
to play
big.
violin.
Yeah.
And I went in there. It was like a doctor's office. It was freezing cold. This like really like this really bitchy lady with like a tight ponytail is like talking about the violin. She's like, talking about how if I don't take it seriously, I can't take myself seriously. Whatever. I'm like 5. I'm like sitting up here. I don't want to be here. And she's like, and the bow. She's like, the string used to be made out of guts. The strings, that's what they used to be made out of back in the day. But she's like, and they're like synthetic now. But the violin is still made out of, the bow is still made out of horsehair. It's like, I'm not playing this fucking, you gotta kill a horse for every fucking violin you gotta play. I was like, this sucks.
Gotta get out of here.
Yeah. And I never learned to play the violin. My mom also wanted me to learn how to golf when I was a child. She sent us to golf every Thursday, and it was like
What?
the first 2 weeks of golf class over the summer. It was like all manners. You had to learn manners. I was like, this sport sucks.
Wait, did you have to do cotillion as a kid?
No, I didn't have to do it. My
did.
older brothers did.
Yeah. So that was like your form of cotillion. What kind of manners did you have to learn in golf?
Like golf etiquette. I don't know. Have you ever played golf?
Drunk.
Yeah. I don't even think I've played golf drunk.
Actually, okay, wait. First of all, that's weird. Second of all,
I've never played golf drunk or sober.
oh, okay. I thought you were like, you've only played it sober. No, I used to.
Aside from when I was a child.
I mean, I was wasted
I was
then.
fucking, I got sober young. I got started fucking early.
No, when I went around and I was asking people about this topic, most people, they said like weird things with dating.
Sure.
One guy, a client of mine I was talking to today, he asked him what the topic was, so I told him, and he was like, "Oh, I used to date this woman who who loved the dentist."
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's weird. I do kind of like when you floss your teeth and it hurts a little bit.
Yeah, you would, you pervert.
There are some kinds of pain that it's like just like pressing your tongue against it after you fucking like just slice that sucker up. I don't know. I guess I like to be in control.
That's so weird.
Certain things. Like I'm hurting me. I'm in charge.
My God.
And I think that's normal.
Yeah, I mean,
Seems
sure.
normal at this time right now.
We can talk about it again later. And I asked a kid today, I think he's like 7 or something, and he said he thought, I was like, is there something that, like you did at home that you thought was normal and then you told other kids at school about? And he was like, yeah, Lunchables don't go in the freezer.
How about this is a similar situation. I don't know what happened. I'm sober. I must have been sleepy, but I batch lots of meat at once. So I cooked up 3 pounds of ground beef with taco seasoning. It's horrible, but like it's food.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and whatever. That sounds good.
And I me and my girlfriend were watching Succession. We're on episode 4,
Haven't
so
never seen
no
it.
spoilers.
I've
Okay,
never seen
well, it is funny. It's
Okay.
good. Anyhow, we go to bed. Whatever. I've got my meat out on the table. I put it up before we go to bed. I wake up. I can't fucking find it. I'm like texting my roommate. I'm like, did you accidentally steal 3 pounds of meat from me? Like, what's happening? But I had put it back in the Tupperware drawer. I just like put it in the Tupperware drawer. And I don't believe in food poisoning. I don't believe in allergies, panic attacks. There's lots of things I don't believe in.
That's what we should have been talking about this whole time. That's amazing.
My roommate was like, Lawrence, please don't do this.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
I'm about to dive in.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think, like, I think there's all this shit. People are like, if you eat McDonald's, you're going to die. And it's like, I've got this phone in my pocket, microwaving my nuts 24/7. You know what I mean? All this shit, people like, and I just think, like, you can do shit and it's fine. And, like, you can eat McDonald's and smoke cigarettes every day and live till you're 100.
That's true.
And you can be vegan and die when you're 40.
Okay. I mean, this
Gets
is,
you whatever.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So
So did you eat
I ate it. It's probably 6 hours. It had been out for probably 13 hours.
Oh my God.
It was sealed. I don't think that I'm ever going to die.
I mean, I feel like that's a really healthy perspective.
Yeah, I think, like, I've never had food poisoning, and I think anytime someone's like, I had food poisoning, I'm like,
bullshit.
did you? You're going to like this.
Yeah.
When I was out on that walk today, when I saw your mans,
Yeah.
the guy I was walking with, I was like, I'm doing this thing with Inga. You said you were in D.C. dating a guy who was 60, who was 20 years older than you, 4 years ago, or whatever. He was like, Inga. I was like, he was like, she's like mid-30s. I was like, tell her that. She'd love that. She would love that.
Heck yeah, no, I'm 43 next month.
Yeah. I was like, yeah.
Awesome.
I'll tell her you said that. So.
All right, feels good.
Shout out my guy Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Wait, which Matt is this? Is he the
He's
one
got a
who was-
mustache, glasses. No, not Matt. Why?
Okay. I love that dude's glasses.
Yeah. He's got great glasses, and then the monk haircut.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very monastic.
Yeah. I mean, he's got that vibe in general.
You think he's got sort of like an ascetic, like a self-flagellating vibe?
Yeah. Or it's real weird. I can't tell which direction it goes.
No, Matt's good. He's
Either
a good
it's
guy.
like-
he's
he's
a
like-
great guy.
Yeah, no, he's a good
possible self-flagellator, but
but not like lampshades out of skin.
yeah.
Yeah. No, he's a good dude. I don't know. He's quiet. Quiet.
What do you say?
people-
Lampshades out of skin? Oh yeah. Right. Okay,
You know, the usual.
I thought you were thinking about like flesh hooks.
Okay, so guys, that's all the time we have today. That was fantastic. Lawrence, thank you so much. You're the best.
Please.
I'm gonna have you back so that we can scientifically break down all your beliefs in.
I've got opinions, and they might not be the right ones, but we got them.
I love it. I mean, all opinions are right. Okay, guys, next week, if you want us to call you for Ring Ring Revolution, sign up. It's thelandlineshow.com. Go to the Get on the Show. It's the button up in the corner. I'm not doing a very good job. In general, call in, leave a message anytime. My phone's blown up. Call in and leave a message anytime. 615-212-5437. We will play it on the air, and we will give you a response, and it will be amazing. Thank you so much, Lawrence.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right. Bye, guys.